Hi guys, welcome to 365 Optimal Health and Fitness. Right now I'm going to show you guys one of the most important corrective exercise to stabilize your scapula. Scapular stabilization is a fixer for a shoulder stabilization. If you want to stabilize your shoulder, which is the connection of three bone, collarbone, arm, humerus, and your scapula. When that three bone attach to each other, we call it a shoulder. So lower part of your shoulder is scapula, and then that muscle, the muscle called Serratus Anterior, originates from your ribs, and it goes, attaches inside, hidden part of your scapula, which is facing anteriorly. So when that muscle gets weak, and we do so much work in the front, shoulders turn in, and then you start developing too much stability on the upper part, upper medial part, and then what happens is scapula starts sticking out from your skin. In the public, in the street name, they call this a winging scapula. And then when that happens, people start having a lot of nerve stretching here on this part, right on the top part of your scapula here. They start telling that there's so much pain here because they lost the stability of your scapula. They drop like that. So if you see people like this position, usually jiu-jitsu fighters a lot, or boxers, or the people who are on the desk all the time, lawyers, internet people, office jobs, drivers, whoever like lean forward, you know, behind the counter job people. So that's a very important exercise, corrective exercise to stabilize your scapula from bottom part here. Okay, so once you do the move, you're gonna contract your serratus anterior. It's gonna pull your scapula into your spine, into your body. So just like I right now I did. Maybe you can see. See, this is not like that, right? This is bad, and this is good. This is bad. This is good. This is bad. This is good. So once you develop this strength, you will never want to lose this. Like, you know, do you ever think that when you're walking, hey, how am I walking? No, because it happens by itself. So you will do this so many times in your life. You will develop that neurological pattern, muscle memory. You will always keep your scapula tucked in the back. So the moment you let it go, boom, see, not good. It's kind of sticking out from the side. You can probably see. So I'm going to contract my serratus anterior. It's going to posteriorly shift my scapula. See, right now it's contracting. So practically it's always activating when I'm standing. So it's going to keep my posture straight. Very, very important muscle to help you guys to mobilization of your rotator cuff muscles, which is your shoulder. But this is the fixer of your shoulder mobility, which is scapula stability. Serratus anterior, and the exercise goes like this. You have to make sure that you're going to use very light resistance. In our clinic, we use a Kaiser air resistance, which is the highest quality of training because we don't deal with the gravity of the weights, the pins. So we can do dynamic movements here without losing the resistance of the cable, and smooth. And also we use three-dimensional bars. As you can see, it can go any angle. But you don't have to have this high quality. You can always perform it with the rubber bands at your home with the hooks, or at the gym with the regular handles, with the regular pin functional trainers. But in our clinic, we try to deliver our clients the highest quality of the service, so we choose this quality. Here is the exercise. You're going to keep your spine straight again. As always, you're going to bend your hip down. This is the lengthening of your serratus anterior. I'm going to exhale, come back. Right now, I'm going to tuck in my scapulas. If I'm shirtless, I teach this exercise to my clients without my shirt so they can see the muscle. But for professional reasons today, I'm wearing my shirt. Usually, I show the muscle on the side of my ribs because when you contract the muscle, you can see the muscle is contracting from your ribs towards your inside of your scapula. So here is the movement. At this moment, if you're already lost your serratus anterior strength over the time because of a bad posture habits, most of people at this angle, they are contracting their abs. So how I test them if they do right or not, once they pull the weight down, palms has to be looking forward. At this moment, I go touch their abs. Okay, if they are contracted abs, which is this, see, their serratus anterior is not working still. They are using their abdominal muscles trying to get this movement done. So that's a wrong pattern they build. That's why they have a lower back pain and they have a scapula stabilization is missing, and thus the posture is not right. And then they start having a pain on the accessory nerve and then dorsal rami nerve right here. That's usually the area that people complain because these problems. So when you finish this move, you have to have a very relaxed abs because your back is firing. Serratus anterior. But if you build a bad patterns over the time, when you do this, you are contracting your abs and you're thinking you're doing the corrective exercise right. Is actually you're making your problem worse over the time. So first thing you want to work on, make sure your abs are going to be soft and lengthening. Okay guys, so when you do the move, do not do like this, see? Kind of like a hunchback, and then abdomens are tight. Serratus anterior is not firing. It looks like I'm doing the same thing, but it's actually reverse. So do not use your front muscles. Relax your front muscles, lengthening them. You may need to do quite a lot of practice to break down the old neurological patterns you built and rebuild the correct ones. That's actually the hardest part of our program, developing the correct neurological patterns. Here is the movement. Keep your spine straight, cervical spine straight. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Again, few things you're going to pay attention here. Relax your abs, lengthening your abs. Feel your scapula is sticking into your skin, going forward because serratus anterior is contracting. And then pay attention. If you get weaker a little bit or tired, you're not going to overextend your, overarch your lower back, and you're not going to bend like this. Okay, your lower back is going to be always straight. Your chest bone sticking, looking up the ceiling about 45 degrees. And then make sure that you're not contracting your abs. So I'm going to do few reps right now without explaining anything, so you guys can see how is the flow is going to go. And every time I pull, I stay there when the muscle is contracting, which is the gaining part, about few seconds, and communicate with my nervous system, trying to feel that muscle is firing and pulling my scapula anteriorly into my skin. So I'm gonna avoid having a winging scapula, which is coming out of my skin. If you can stabilize your scapula, that's the very important step to fix your posture, which is the drop shoulders down. First scapula, then the entire shoulder region, which is your most of the weak muscles of your rotator cuff muscles are infraspinatus and supraspinatus, because subscapulars are dominating them. Then you'll be doing the external rotations and stuff. But serratus anterior muscle training is very important for scapula stabilization, which is very important part of your posture. Thank you guys.